So the Unfold event was a zine event that started last year. I think we didn't know if there were any zine makers. There was just this call out to see if people would show up. And I think it was International Zine Month, so we had the first iteration of it last year. It was about, I think, a handful of zine makers. And then this year, we kind of opened up the call. And so it kind of expanded to 15 zine makers. But we did a workshop as well, too. There's been a few workshops since then. And so we're kind of trying to grow that community.
I'm Tanya. I'm 1/3 of Spec, which is a local independent publication. We work with visual artists, writers, people of all kinds of different mediums to, create an anthology archive of different works around Trinidad and Tobago and different themes. This year we're at second Unfold, which is really exciting. The idea came about last year really with the inspiration from Alice Yard as well as Toothpress, who've done a lot of great work in terms of building this space in Granderson and being able to work with us at Spec to really pull together people from all different walks of life, different mediums, different interests, to come together to really celebrate the power of paper and what it can do in kind of transforming ideas and the possibilities.
Good evening, my name is Terry Singh and I'm at Unfold today. I am currently trading some zines about how to piss, alien gay porn, and a mini essay about my experiences in online fandom. I got introduced through this event thanks to my art teacher, Miss Vasquez. She invited me to the event and I eventually got to come here during the past couple of weeks to print out these zines. And now I'm selling them, trading them, and I'm having a lot of fun. I think zines are definitely important because they give people a safe and accessible space to share their ideas and make art and just have fun with people. And then there's also various censorship acts right now, such as the one going on in the UK, and there's also one that's potentially going to be passed in the US. So online content is becoming more and more difficult to share as a result of the rampant overbearing censorship that's going on the internet.
Gins and Jars is an interactive zine experience where the person engaging with the project has the opportunity to explore how they deal with accounts of violence. Each jar contains 3 scrolls. 2 of the scrolls include accounts of violence, and 1 scroll is blank, which is for the viewer to write their own story or a story of someone that they know. And then they have choices. They can either return all to the jar, or they can burn the scrolls, or they can just store the jar in order to deal with it another time. I think zines give us the opportunity to say what cannot be said in traditional, in quotation mark, printed media. There are editors that sort of gatekeep what is being included in their magazines or newspapers and whatnot. So it's a way for people to get stories out, stories that they're passionate about, causes that they're passionate about, and their own expressions in terms of art.
Hi, my name is Marina Sharif. My zine is called, what is my zine called? Hi, my name is Marina Sharif. My zine is about the things I cannot say. It is based on an exhibition I had here in Granderson Lab with the support of Alice Yard, and basically it's sort of a goodbye or a funeral pamphlet to the things that I cannot say. I got involved with Unfold because Kristen wanted to do a project with me, and he had the idea of doing a zine and for the show I was doing at the time. And I was like, I've always heard about them, but I never did them, and he got me into it and he really helped me with the process. And since then I really love seeing zines from other people and seeing what they can make with just a few sheets of paper. It's a really easy way to be creative. You don't have to use a lot of materials or money to put into it. You can really find resourceful ways to make work and show your creativity in an easy way.
Hi, I'm Selena Besso. I was a part of the Unfold event, first Unfold event last year, and I had a zine. So that's how I came back this year again. It's very empowering to be able to do something like DIY, self-publishing. Sometimes people have an idea or something they want to say. They want other people to know it, and not everybody is able to afford to go to a publisher and make a book. So you can literally write your thoughts down photocopy them and distribute them to as many people as you want. And that's a zine. I think that's very powerful.
Hello, my name is Rennie and I have a zine about that. I am a yoga instructor in South Trinidad. I am here at Unfold because I was invited by a friend. I'm part of a writing group. So the ones that I've done today are educational in that they provide like tips that people could have with them. So you can see they're small, tiny pocket size. You can keep it with you and have reminders of like, you should do this for your mental health or you could do this for your body. I think it's a good way for people to tap into their own creativity and to see how they could share in their own special way. I feel like when you share from the heart, it comes across very well. And for people who receive and who are open to receiving these zines, I think that they access so much more information than they could have otherwise.
Welcome to Zen Talk. This is our first foray into the radio space, trying to capture some audio, some conversations with the zinemakers today. The idea is just to kind of find out what they've been up to, what their zines are about. Part of the community, I think, is about connecting as well. And I mean, you can connect through these pieces. But another way is just to have these conversations, which is very, very, I think, appropriate. Being in Trinidad, you are liming, you're talking. How do you capture some of these conversations in real time? So the idea with the Zine Radio is maybe we'll set up a little booth, some mics in a corner, and see where that takes us.
Test. My name is Isaac. This is my band, Midnight Rubber. I'm going to play some music for you guys tonight. Hope you'll enjoy it. Everybody's first song here is called More Fire. Yep.
Have you ever